All right. I say, don't tell me we got the same issue that like last time, Elfnote. Okay, sorry, trying to get stuff ready, whatever the case may be. So, all right, okay. All right. Hey, what's going on? James here, back with another episode of. Oh, sorry, I should my volume down. Back with another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We talk about Power Patron. We already did one on Doomsday. That was the last episode. This episode, I'm gonna keep it short because we all know what Elfnote is. A lot of people played it. It was just recently came out. So Elfnote is definitely the next one to have this Power Patron card, which is this one. So we saw in Doomsday Power Patron, all Power Patron cards have different cool effects and stuff like that. But they all correlate to what their archetype they go with. You saw how Doomsday is all about destruction. You know, you can destroy this card in one Doomsday Power Patron or Doomsday monster in your hand. Then you can destroy one card on the field. It is card and all Power Patron cards have the same effect where if these pendulum cards get destroyed, doesn't matter how. Um, if this card added to your extra deck, it doesn't matter how, as long as it gets destroyed, that's all that matters. If it goes like banish or whatever, then it's going to the graveyard. But at the end of the day, if this card is added to your extra deck, you can special summon one Power Patron or one Art Mage monster from your deck, which comes in handy. Doomsday is you can add one Power Patron or Doomsday spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So Elfnote is if this card is added, he can add one Power Patron or Elfnote card from face up extra deck. Great, or say, which one is it? Sorry, I got confused. If this card is added to your extra deck, you can add one Power Patron or Elfnote card from your face up extra deck or graveyard to your hand, which is actually good as well. So all of them has ability whenever they get destroyed. As long as they go to your extra deck, they activate their effects. So we saw Doomsday. That's I already had the video up on Doomsday. Like I said, Elfnote is really difficult. It's the same. Elfnote recently just came out, so we're not really gonna go over every card in Elfnote. We already know what they did. Well, as soon as we came out, we pretty much knew that they needed the Power Patron cards to be good. So I'm guessing. I did this towards the end of the Doomsday video, my last video. I talk about what we're gonna sit there and get in next week pack. I'm surprised they haven't announced the pack yet. I thought they announced it last night, but last night was Wednesday night, but I guess not. So I guess they're gonna sit there and announce it tonight then because we have 4 more days left. They're probably announced. So we'll get the new pack announcement for August tonight because they'll just put us 4 days away, or they want to keep it to like 3, which is weird because the new pack comes out next week on Tuesday, which I will be waking up early in the morning and be doing a 20K pack opening for Power Patron and everything else like that. So I will be live on YouTube for that. You want to check that out. But anyway, I was trying to figure out. So let me start off from the beginning where I'm getting at with Elfnote. Elfnote's missing 2 cards. They're missing a trap card, which is probably going to be normal rare. The monster in your center monster zone cannot be banished by opponent card effects, which is nice. You can send one other spell trap from hand or field to graveyard, then declare a level 1 to 4. Special summon one Elfnote token. When it's declared with declared level, okay. While that token is in the main monsters, is in the monster zone, the player who summoned it cannot special summon from the extra deck except Elfnote monsters. So they pretty much lock into Elfnote, which is okay. Then they're still missing that boss monster, which is Elfnote June Pride. While this card is in the center main monster zone, neither player can declare attacks except with monsters in the center main monster zone, which is nice. So you definitely limit your opponents to what they can attack with. During the main phase, if this card is in your center main monster zone quick effect, you can return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon up to 1 Elfnote monster each from your hand, deck, and graveyard. So that's actually nice because most Elfnote monsters always they also have their special effects. You know, you can sit there, return level 6 lower monster your opponent controls to the hand. That's nice. This one you can banish face up 1 random card from your opponent's hand until the end phase. That's nice. What's the other one? This one. You switch location, then monster, you can return 1 face up spell and trap on the field to the hand. So basically, mostly people use this one in this effect, which is actually nice. So you can be able to special on 1 Elfnote monster from your hand, deck, and graveyard. So you'll be able to have all 3. So honestly, thinking and looking at this, I said Doomsday was missing 2 cards. They was missing. Before they get this, hopefully we'll know tomorrow. We'll know tonight. We don't get Power Patron. We know it's Power Patron coming. We know that. But they're missing this equip spell, and they're missing this XYZ monster. So Doomsday are missing these 2 cards. Elfnote is also missing 2 cards. They're missing that Boss Monster, Elfnote, June Pride, and they're missing this Trap card. So I honestly sit there and think, I feel like Doomsday will get the rest of their support in the next pack next week on Tuesday. We will get the Equip Spell and we will get the Doomsday over like XYZ months. I definitely feel strongly that we're going to get these 2 cards next week. Doomsday get their full set or whatever. They're just missing 2 cards. Archmage already has everything they need. That's the one thing about Archmage. They already have all their cards. They got the Fusion card that we've been waiting on for a while. I think it came out last pack. Other than that, they got everything else they need except the Power Patron card, which is probably coming next week. Elfnote's the only one they're missing at Elfnote June Pride. This could come out next week as well. Konami could be like, you know what, let's just go ahead and give Doomsday their 2 rest of the cards they're missing. Let's go ahead and get Elfnote June Pride, the 2 cards that they're missing, because we are getting Power Patron cards. So it pretty much makes sense that we'll sit there and get those 2 cards so they can just go ahead and give it to us, honestly, along with this. We're not going to get the other new Power Patron card that recently came out, not the Link Monster, I'm sure, not this one recently and stuff like that. We're not going to get those, not going to get this. I don't think we're going to get I have to find a spell card because it'd be interesting if we did get the spell card, but we're not. I don't think we're going to get it because it requires a Link Monster to sit there. I don't think we're going to get this one because you have to special summon 1 minion superior from your hand a day. You know, it's a starter for all Archmage, Doomsday, or Elfnote, but you have to control it, but it doesn't matter. You can summon special summon minion superior. Also, you can banish the card from your graveyard, then target 1 fusion, synchro, or XYZ monster in your graveyard, special summon it to a zone a Link Monster points to. So this second effect is a Link Monster. Now, they may give it to us just to be like, just for like whatever. But honestly, when you look at Power Patron, this is the other one that we need. The Link Monster that they're talking about is this one. We don't have this yet. I don't know when we're going to get this. It may come out later on this year. The rest of the new Power Patron cards or whatever the case may be. But for sure right now, I don't think we're going to get this. If we do, that'd be nice. It's a good starter for all 3 of them. But I highly doubt that we will because, like I said, that last effect, like a Link Monster, like what Link Monster do we have? We got Fusion, Synchro, and XYZ. So we don't have any Link Monsters in our deck when it comes to Archmage, Doomsday, and Elfnote. So it'd be interesting if we get this or not. This would be a good starter for all of them, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think we are going to get it. But I definitely feel like in this pack, they will give us Elfnote, June Pride, and they will give us this track card, which would be normal. Same thing with this Doomsday card that we missing, Quick Spell. I'm pretty sure that'd be normal rare. I'm pretty sure this would be super rare. It'd be interesting if they did get Elfnote June Price super rare. It'd definitely be interesting to see, honestly. But anyway, you're not here to talk about Doomsday. We did that yesterday. We're gonna talk about Elfnote and then Power Patron Monster, the Pendulum Monster. So the Pendulum effect is if a Power Patron or Elfnote monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your Pendulum Zone, except during the damage step, you can destroy this card, and if you do, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 card, which ain't bad, honestly. So honestly, when you start off Elfnote, you always special summon the main monster zone. So basically what you want to do is put this in your Pendulum Zone. You want to special summon Elfnote, Leukemia, and also you don't have to activate their effect or whatever the case may be, because usually people Ash Blossom and stuff like that. You special summon it, then you can activate this effect. You can destroy this card, then I can draw 2 cards and discard 1. You can force out Ash Blossom, which is fine, because this has 2 effects. So remember, this is the first effect, the Pendulum effect. The second effect is, if this card is added to your extra deck, which will be because you have to destroy it, you can add 1 Power Patron or Elfnote card from your face-up extra deck or graveyard to your hand. So whatever the case may be. So if you draw 2 cards, let's say you draw 2 cards, you can discard another Elfnote monster. This will go to your extra deck, activates the effect. I can add the card I just discarded back to my hand. So like I said, this is why these cards are really good. And this is why we said in an earlier video on my channel that it needs the Power Patron card. This definitely helps out Elfnote a lot. This definitely helps out Elfnote really good. I think between Elfnote, Doomsday, Power Patron, and Archmage, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, I would definitely say Archmage is probably like the strongest one, because the whole lore is built around Archmage. Archmage Power Patron is actually really good as well. Plus Archmage just have better effect monster. Like I said, you can negate all your opponent monsters on the field and divide their attack points. Destroy 1 spell and track card. They have cards that sit there and help you get Media Superior. Media Superior is used mostly in Archmage. And Archmage is something we're going to see a lot in the fusion event. So I'm just letting y'all know this right now. Like the most used deck, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a loner deck. You know, they have like the 3 loner decks. I'm pretty sure Archmage is definitely gonna be one of them. Archmage is strong. It's really, really good. Archmage is definitely really, really good. Especially now they got the Pendulum Monster, because they got all the cards they need. You know, they can go into the Fusion Monster still. They got like a lot of good cards. They got ways to add Meteor Superior with Archmage, Vandalism, Assault, more than anything else. So Archmage is definitely gonna be a top tier deck. Honestly, it's really, really good. So between all of them, Archmage will probably be number 1. Elfnote would definitely be number 2 because Elfnote's all about synchro summoning, and so we already know what we're gonna see a lot of Baron de Fleur. So we know Elfnote definitely gonna pay Baron de Fleur a lot. We definitely know that's coming. That's what makes Elfnote so strong at the end of the day, is because of that. But also, a lot of people don't use this card, their Power Patron tuning. It's really, really good. And the thing about it is, your Power Patron can actually help you summon it. So you can banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down, which the same all of them do as well. Then you can special summon Journal the Power Patron tuning from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon, which is actually nice because for this card synchro summon, you ain't worried about it. If this card is synchro summon, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. So basically, if you go in second, you can sit there and special summon this, because this is special summon, this is tuner monster, a synchro summon. You can banish all face-up cards your opponent controls. Honest, this was really, really good. Also has a quick effect. You can activate this effect. Monsters your opponent controls in the same column as the Elfnote monster you control cannot be used as material for fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link summon until the end of this turn. So this is a quick effect. They can activate on your opponent's turn and your turn. So basically, you always want to have Elfnote June Pride activates effect, special summon 3 Elfnote monsters from your hand, deck, and graveyard. Then also you want to sit there and summon this one, have this on the field. Then your opponent say, oh, I'm a normal summon, we're going to the SP or whatever the case may be. If they have the same column as your Elfnote monster, they can't use it. So the same thing about it, this is a really, really good card, honestly. And this will definitely help you get it out. I think not Power Page. I think Doom Z Pendulum Monster the same way, right? Yeah. So all of them do the same thing. They all allow you to sit there and summon your big boss monster. The drawback is you have to banish 3 cards from the top of your deck. So they all do the same thing. So same thing with Doom Z, same thing with Archmage Monster, I'm sure. Yeah, banish the top 3 cards of your deck face down. So you can special on Nerva, the Power of Creation. Nerva, like I said, destroy all cards on the field, which is crazy. It's just like I said, Archmage is gonna be the strongest one of them all, honestly, at the end of the day. But we'll talk about Archmage another time. So Elfnote, so I said Elfnote's definitely gonna be a very, very strong deck. It was definitely top tier in OCG. A lot of people liked it. Especially since we got Baron de Fleur and everything else. I don't know what other level 10 synchro monster that they can summon. We can look it up and see right quick. Actually, what level? 6, like 7. Oh yeah, people use whatchamacallit. When we look at Elfnote, we can check it out right here. Like I said, I have Elfnote myself. Where you at? Where you at, Elfnote? There we go. Doo-doo. Like I said, people also use FA Don Draster. People uses that. People go Clear Wing Sister, Clear Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon. I know a lot of people don't like that. People go Psyframe over Omega with Elfnote, so you got to deal with that. People can go Chaos Angel. Also, people can go Pick Back. Everybody knows what this card does, whatever the case may be. Sword Soul. I know a lot of people don't play that. But like I said, mostly Baron de Fleur, Crystal Wing, Psyframe Omega. Then you can go into FA Don Drax. So you, like I said, there's really just they can really just go into the synchro cards and stuff like that as well. So also they got the new like hand trap monster or whatever case may be. So they can send this to the graveyard, discard a card, put your money back. Like I said, Elfnote's definitely gonna be, to me, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really, really good. So I think when the pack comes out next week, Elfnote definitely is gonna be it's definitely gonna be a top tier deck, because a lot of people said this before. Like Elfnote's good, but at the same time, like once it gets the rest of its support cards, which we all know is gonna be the Elfnote June Pride. I know a lot of people are not gonna run a trap card, but as soon as they get Elfnote June Pride and stuff like that, also get that Pendulum Monster. Elfnote's gonna be a top tier deck. It really is. It's gonna be an annoying deck because, like I said, they can go into Baron de Fleur. You have to worry about that. They can go into Crystal Wing. Like I said, you got to worry about the Frudralis Hand Trap. You have to worry about that. Send this to the graveyard, targeting monsters, putting in spell and trap zone. They got to worry about that. So, like I said, they just like Elfnote. Just like I said, they're just gonna be Elfnote's gonna be a top tier deck. It really is when the Power Patron cards come. It's gonna be a top tier deck, especially with for Drew Loss and everything else. It's gonna be a top tier deck. So between Doom Z, Elfnote, and Archmage, Elfnote definitely gonna be a top tier deck. It's gonna be an annoying deck. I think a lot of people gonna get sick and tired of. People's already talking about, oh, Power Patron coming. That means Elfnote's about to run the whole meta. And like, yeah, Elfnote's really about to run the whole meta. Like it's really gonna be tough, really, with Elfnote. So you definitely gonna need Drone Lockbird because that's what shuts them down. But like I said, still they play for Drill Loss and stuff like that. I think what other synchro monster? Yeah, they play Golden Cloud Beach. You can target one face up card, return it to the hand. He had to deal with that. Put it in spell and trap zone. Got to deal with that. So yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, Elfnote's definitely gonna be a top tier deck. It really is. So I'm just letting people know that's probably what's going to happen. Hopefully, even if they get Elfnote June Pride, I think a lot of people don't really play Elfnote June Pride. Honestly, it has a good effect. Personally, I like to use their boss monster. I really do because I think it has a nice effect. Negate all face-up cards your opponent controls. Then I can stop my opponent from using that monster to fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link summon. It's a quick effect, which is really nice. You can pause your opponent, but a lot of people don't use this card, honestly. Like I said, it just takes a lot to summon it. But since you got the Power Patron monster, you can special summon this, and it's considered a synchro summon. This is actually really, really good. Actually, really nice. I don't think everything else. So, like I said, just Elfnote's going to be a top tier deck. I'm just calling it right now. Elfnote's going to be a top tier deck, even over my Doom Z, which I'm definitely going to try to. I'm going to try to take the Masters. Like Doom Z is a good deck. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's very consistent and everything else. But honestly, between Doom Z head to head versus Elfnote, even myself, I'm confident in my Doom Z deck. I definitely honestly feel like Elfnote would still have the advantage because, like I said, the Ferwalis hand trap, like I said, going into Baron de Fleur, negating all my monsters' effect, face up, non-targeting, stuff like that. Also, you can, if your opponent normal summon, you can like return it to the hand. You gotta deal with that. Also, at the end of the day, which one was? Yeah, this one, return, banish or face up random card in opponent's hand, stuff like that. So it's just a lot. Also, the trap card, which is this one. Yeah, you can send one monster from your hand to the field or graveyard and target one F. No, great. That's not the thing. But then if you control a synchro monster, you can negate effects of one face-up card your opponent controls. It's non-targeting. So you can like negate the effects of one face-up card your opponent controls. So yeah. So like I said, honestly and personally, Elfnote's gonna be top tier. Like I said, you gotta deal with Sideframe Overlord. If they summon Sideframe Overlord, then they play this, they banish 2 cards from your hand. Crystal Wing, whatever. We know Baron de Fleur. Like I said, Chaos Angel, whatever the case may be. And what's actually interesting with Elfnote? Well, a lot of people don't know this because I actually tried this out. You can actually play Song Dominators if you wanted to in Elfnote because they effect don't activate in the hand. You can still special summon them. I know you can't play the other dominance trap cards because it's like got fire, water, light, so you definitely can't play the rest of them. But you definitely can play songs on Dominator. You can sit there and do that, which is crazy. But yeah, so like it's like I said, Elfnote's definitely gonna be it's gonna be a top tier deck. It's gonna run the whole meta, literally. So next week when the Power Patron cards come out, you will see a lot of Elfnote. You just will. I'm just letting everybody know. I'm gonna see a lot of Elfnote because I'm gonna try to get Doomsday to Masters, but Elfnote definitely gonna be a top tier deck, and especially gonna be a lot better if we get this card, which I don't know if we will or not. But honestly and truthfully, they will. If we get this card, it's just gonna make it even better. That's one card Elfnote is definitely waiting on. But other than that, like I said, they also got this. You can, if you like Imperm or Fake Veiler, they can send it to the graveyard or whatever special summon is, and this like yeah. So like I said, especially with the Power Patron card that they have, Elfnote's definitely gonna be a top tier deck. Like I said, we already know most of Elfnote. We seen in DK tournament when it came out and everything else. A lot of people just fell off on it now. But since Power Patron should be coming next week, then we'll sit there and see. We're gonna see Elfnote shoot up the ranks. So yeah, definitely with the trap card for Wallace and everything. Well, hand trap from Wallace. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be a top tier deck. A lot of people gonna see. A lot of people gonna get irritated by it. So if I had to go on a wild guess, I'll say at the end of August, I feel like probably F Note's probably gonna get hit. Because for some reason, I wouldn't say they had to ban Baron de Floor. Because a lot of people have been asking for this card to get banned, but you're gonna see a lot more now since F Note got the power patron and everything else. You're gonna see a lot of Baron de Floor. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if F Note got hit. I wouldn't be surprised if they did limited F Note Leukemia to 2 and stuff like that. Hurt consider. But like I said, you got the power patron monster. It really doesn't even matter, honestly. There's really nothing they can do to honestly like hurt F Note unless they like ban the extra day like Baron de Floor, which a lot of people are gonna run. I'm pretty sure they won't ban FA Dawn Drast. I'm pretty sure they won't ban Crystal's Wings Synchro Dragon. I'm pretty sure they won't ban Side Frame on Valor Mega. Um, like I said, it just Elfnote's gonna be a top tier deck. Like I said, especially with the hand trap, it's just gonna be that better. And also in a couple of months, I said this in my last video, like even it's gonna get even better because where is it? Synchro. Because either in September or October or maybe November, Synchro Emergency is coming. That's the next pack that we're going into. Synchro Emergency is coming. Probably September, October, November, whichever one they decide they want to do. But it's definitely coming. Synchro Emergency is. So we all know how that synergy that has with synchro cards and stuff like that. So definitely. Oh, they just announced the selection pack. Did they? Oh no, they didn't. Okay, I was read. No, they didn't. Okay, but anyway, Synchro Emergency will be coming soon. So like I said, I didn't want to make a long video on F Note. It'd probably be like a really short video and everything else. But just know, like I just explained what their power patron Pendulum card do. There's no point in me actually playing any games. Everybody knows what they do. Unlike Doom Z, a lot of people didn't play Doom Z. So, you know, being able to show y'all how Doom Z work and everything else, which is actually interesting. F Note, we all know how it works because of top tier deck in OCG. It just was. F Note is just a really strong deck. It's gonna be a really strong deck when next week it's gonna be tier 1. I'm pretty sure it is. Especially with Kill Tune going down now. So definitely. So I definitely believe we're probably gonna get F Note June Pride next week. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us the last 2 cards remaining for F Note. I mean, honestly, F Note gonna be strong with this or without it. It didn't really matter. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us the F Note June Pride next week. Give us the other track card for F Note next week. So these are only 2 cards missing for F Note. So you might as well just go ahead and give it to us. So at the end of the day, so it's already right there. You might as well get the Power Patron monster. Might as well give us the next 2 cards. So yeah, we honestly looking at it. F Note's gonna be tier 1. F Note's gonna be definitely tier 1 next week. You're gonna see a lot of it. You're gonna get tired of Synchro Monster. You might as well just go ahead and deal with it. It's coming. Everybody knows it. It's the next top tier deck coming. But yeah, so but anyway, that's Power Patron. Like I said, that's the what's it, Gelato, the Shade Spirit Power Patron for F Note. That's his effect. Allows you to draw 2 cards and discard 1. And if you discard an F Note monster, you can destroy this, and then you can add the F Note monster you just discarded back to your hand. So basically, you literally just drew like what? Drew 2 cards and discarded 1, then you can add it back. So I mean, like it's a good combination, man. Honestly, this is gonna be really irritating. You're gonna force out Ash Blossom, so you force out Ash Blossom using that. Then you can sit there and go into your effects using Leukemia, F Note, stuff like that. So, like I said, it's just gonna be F Note's gonna be a tough deck, honestly. But I'm still gonna stick with Doom Z. But heads up, F Note gonna be a top tier deck when it comes to Master Duel next week. Especially if we get the like I say, F Note June Pride not gonna be too big of a deal. I don't think it's gonna really like boost the deck up that strong, but it definitely will help out, especially if you run this. The only reason you would run this if you run this, because this will definitely come in handy. And this pendulum monster allows you to special summon this a lot better, and you can negate your monster's effects. So I guess honestly, when I build F Note next week, I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna run F Note, but I'm mostly gonna run Doom Z. I definitely want to make this card good because, like I said, negate all face-up cards your opponent controls, but still, like they can do imperm or whatever. But I think we got a card that prevents it, right? The main monster in main center monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. They got something on here to prevent begin target. One face-up monster, move that monster, whatever. Destroy that card. They have a trap card that stops it. While you control your opponent cannot attack except attack monster. What's that other spell card? Your opponent cannot, yeah, there you go. Your opponent cannot target the monster in your center main monster zone with card effects. So if I got this in the center main monster zone, they can't target Imperm, they can't target anything else, but still people gonna play like Forbidden Droplet. People still gonna play Forbidden Crown, which is definitely coming as well. Forbidden Crown non-target, so negate its effect. You know, it can't be destroyed by battle and everything else. So still, you know, whatever the case may be, Forbidden Crown is gonna be played in every deck. So it's gonna be played a lot in actually Forbidden Crown could actually hurt Elfnote. It like kind of can, it kind of can't. Because well, actually it can, honestly, when you think about it. It's like Elfnote, right? The fuck? Yeah, it kind of can. Forbidden Crown kind of can, because when I special summon this in the main monster zone and I play Forbidden Crown, it depends on if I go second. Well, it depends on if I go first and I have this card face down. They can't tribute it, so I can negate its effect. So they're just really stuck in the main monster zone. There's really nothing else they can do unless they sit there and have to they can't tribute it. So we honestly think about it, at the end of the day, you really can't stop Elfnote with Forbidden Crown. Unless there's no other way they can special summon these cards, unless they special summon this, but this card effect won't activate because well, you can send it, you can send one other card to the graveyard. Negates effect, and I attack and I draw a card effect unaffected by activated cards effect except its own. Oh yeah. Holy fuck. Yeah. Forbidden Crown definitely shuts down Elfnote. Because if they play this in a center monster zone and I sit there and have Forbidden Crown face down, they can't do nothing. They can't tribute to go into anything else. They can't use it for a synchro. And Elfnote requires you to sit there and, well, then again, it's a monster effect, right? Unaffected by activated cards, by activated card effects except its own. Which one was the spell card? If on Smithbone, you can send one monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see if I can still get around it with Elfnote's Welcome Home. I don't know if you can or not. It'd be interesting to see if that's actually possible. Like they Forbidden Crown this because it says unaffected by activated card effects except its own. This doesn't activate. I activate it, and then I have to sit there and use its effect. So I'm curious to see that. Hold on. I'm gonna actually look that up and see. Because I wanted Forbidden Crown. They play Forbidden Crown, and you got the spell card. You can just send it to the graveyard and continue where you left off. Sorry about that. I'm just curious to know if this actually works out. Somebody had to ask the same question. We'll find out next week, okay? But the card's external protection in effect cannot apply to that monster unaffected by status. So yeah, I can still send it to the graveyard. So if they use Forbidden Crown on any of my Elfnote monsters, I can still use this. I can still send it to the graveyard. But this is the one you mostly want to use Forbidden Crown on, Elfnote Power Patron. That's the one. That's the only tuner monster they have. I don't care about that. That's the only tuner monster they have. Honestly, nobody else is a tuner. So if you use Forbidden Crown on this, it's actually help you out a lot. But other than that, yeah. So they do use Forbidden Crown. You can still send it to the graveyard with Elfnote's Welcome Home. But most you want to use it on the Elfnote Power Patron because that's the only tuner monster I have. But I'm pretty sure they have another tuner monster in their hand. But at the same time, it'd be interesting to see. But other than that, no, yeah. So anyway, that's Elfnote. Like I said, I think we're getting this next week. They're gonna give us the rest of the last two main cards of Elfnote would be the trap card and the synchro monster. I'm pretty sure Doom Z, like I said yesterday, they're gonna give us the last two cards for Doom Z, which would be the equip spell and the XYZ monster, because those are only two cards left in both archetypes. It's trap card, spell card, synchro monster, and XYZ monster. So I definitely believe next week they just gonna go ahead and give us the rest of it since Power Patron's coming. So that's what we probably. So that's what Elfnote is at the end of the day. Like I said, it's gonna be tier. It's gonna be tier 1 as soon as it come out. It just is any synchro deck like this, just like Kill Tune. It's just if it can play through hand traps and everything else, it's just gonna be a top tier deck. Like I said, Baron de Fleur gonna shoot up. Crystal Wing Dragon's gonna shoot up because a lot of people run it. Side frame Omega gonna shoot up. Like I said, Crystal Wing, Synchro. We got the hand trap for Rondas, which boosts the deck tremendously. So everything else. So yeah, you also got FA Don, whatever the case may be. So like I said, Elfnote's gonna be a top tier deck when it comes to Master Duel. It just is. Honestly, it's like no lie. So a lot of people already see it coming and everything else. So might well just go ahead and get ready for it. Plus they got Forbidden Crown and they go use Forbidden Crown as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I didn't want to keep this a short video because last 2 videos like an hour or so or whatever. But tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a video on Art Mage. Art Mage is a little bit more complicated because like I said, they have so many cards that they rely on Medius the Pure. Of all 3, like Art Mage, Doomsday, and Elfnote, they definitely rely on media. They rely on media. Art Mage. No, sorry, I'm getting confused. Besides Doomsday and Elfnote, Art Mage relies on Medius the Pure the most. Like they literally have cards built around Medius the Pure, summoning and everything else. So Art Mage is gonna be a little bit more complex because you rely on a field spell. Like I said, they got better. Art Mage has better cards than Elfnote and Doomsday, and they have like better monster effects. You know, you still got Art Mage Victorious, negate a monster effect, change position monster, stuff like that. Then you got like the their boss monster, which clears the whole field whenever you do stuff like that. So you know they have this Nervia, destroy all cards on everything else, which is a pain in the ass. You know, they got the trap cards for someone Art Mage and stuff like that. They got the counter trap. You know, they also had this. So if you ash, you can't, you can't ash blossom this because they can use the same effect over and over again. So that's the problem with Elfnote. That's what makes it so resilient. I said Art Mage Vandalism. This allow you to add media superiority and normal summon it. They can sit there going to this. You just show as a spell and trap card on the field. This negates all your opponent monsters on the field, non-targeting and half their attack points. So this allows you to add any Art Mage monster, any Art Mage card from your graveyard to your hand. So you can, if you discard a spell card, you can use this to add it back and discard it again and sit there and like add another Art Mage card or whatever the case may be. So yeah, Art Mage is definitely it's a good deck, honestly. But that's what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow. Art Mage is definitely a very, very, to me, it's the strongest one out of all 3 and everything else. Plus, their Pendulum Monsters has a nice effect as well. But anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to keep a short video on this. Like I said, everybody knows about Elfnote. Everybody knows what it does. The only thing we didn't know about was what the Power Patron monster does. We knew this track card's missing. They're missing at Elfnote June Pride. I feel like we'll get these next week. So they're just gonna go ahead and finish off Elfnote, and we got the Power Patron monster. But yeah, Power Patron Elfnote's gonna be tier 1 next week. It just is. Every time you play rank, you're just gonna see Elfnote, especially with this now in Master Duel. Yeah, it's just gonna be tough. Especially you send this to the graveyard or whatever case may be. Like I said, they can send Pat Bit or whatever. This. So yeah, Elfnote's gonna be tier 1 next week. We already see it coming. So if you're interested to see what next month ban list is gonna be, if they hit Elfnote, probably not. Maybe because they want to sell the pack, but if they hit Monster and Extra Deck, let's sit there and hit Baron de Fleur, probably, because that's what we're gonna see a lot, Baron de Fleur. Especially during your turn, especially with Elfnote Power Patron Quick Effect, you can sit there and you can sit there and synchro summon, so they can definitely synchro summon to Baron de Fleur during your turn. Everything else, they can synchro summon Crystal Wing, Synchro Dragon. You can't nibble them. Like I said, just a lot of things. They can synchro summon FA Don Draster. Like I said, we'll just see how it goes. Side frame, banish a card from your hand, then they can sit there and play for draws, sit there and turn another monster, and then they have this on the field, they can banish another card from your hand. So yeah. it's definitely gonna be interesting. But yeah, so that's Elfnote. Just want to get a clear talk about it. So we'll see next week. Hopefully tonight they'll release the pack information next pack. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. So that's Elfnote. The new 2 cards I believe are coming next week. We know how this is, so that's the case. Baron the Floor gonna shoot up as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Definitely go check out my other videos with DoomZ. I was in more in depth with DoomZ because, like I said, a lot of people don't play DoomZ a lot, so I was more in depth with that archetype. I showed some combo plays yesterday with DoomZ. I got it. It's on my YouTube channel as well. And definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe, definitely appreciate it. Like I said, next week, Tuesday, early in the morning, I know plenty people gonna be asleep. I will be doing a 20K pack opening. Beginning all the Power Patron cards, everything else for I'm gonna craft Forbidden Crown and everything else and stuff like that. So we definitely gonna be doing that. For the fusion, for the fusion event, which is also like 2 days after the 2 days after pack release. So I was thinking of what fusion deck I want to run. I'm pretty sure, like I said, Dark Lord is coming, but Dark Lord is cheeks, man. Dark Lord is not going to be that good. Elfnote is definitely going to be a loner deck because they want to sit there and push the pack. So we're going to see a lot of Archmage in that pack, which is going to be annoying. So I was thinking of 2 decks I want to run in the fusion event. One of them I got to run by accident. I didn't mean to like, I was trying to craft the card, then it turned into Royal, and I was like, okay, I definitely have to run this deck now. One deck I was thinking about, y'all can let me know in the comment section so y'all can sit there and watch it. I thought about running Dream Mirror. Dream Mirror has always been one of my favorite decks. I like the artwork and everything else, but Dream Mirror was like you know how Vanquish Soul like tag in, tag out? That's what Dream Mirror was before Vanquish Soul came on scene. But I thought about playing Dream Mirror for the fusion event. And I was like, you know what, it could be fun, but at the same time, it kind of sucks because at the end of the day, you can't really use you can't use like link monsters and whatever. So you're pretty limited in the extra deck of what you can run and what you can do, honestly. So that really sucks. So I thought about that Dream Mirror. That's one option. Then I thought about Ashen. This is the card I accidentally crafted. You know how you look for a secret pack and you have to like craft a card like to sit there and bring it up? So that's basically what I did. And I got this Royal Awakening, got this card in Royal. So I'm sitting thinking to myself, like, damn, do I have to build Ashen? I know Ashen's not a good deck, honestly. Plus, it's just a fusion event, so it really doesn't matter. It's just a fusion event, like whatever the case may be. So we may see. Like, you can definitely let me know in the comment section, like, which more deck you'd be interested in, Dream Mirror or Ashen. I know a lot of people feel like Ashen's bad, and it is, but you know, just for the sake of this fusion event, you know, we can play Ashen or whatever. It's not that expensive, honestly, because you need like 3 of those. I think 3 of those, 3Ds or whatever case may be. So it's not really that expensive, but it's really not a good deck, honestly. It did get new support cards, but still. Yeah. So y'all can just let me know which one you seem more interested in. Like I said, we can do Ashen, or at the same time, we can do Dream Mirror. Also, if y'all interested in Dream Mirror, I know a lot. I'm pretty sure y'all can't tell me the last time you even saw Dream Mirror deck. So, like I said, it just depends on what y'all want to see in the fusion event. Just let me know. Like I said, I'm gonna build either one. Doesn't matter. So we can do Dream Mirror or we can do Ashen. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will catch y'all on the next one. See ya.